Hello and welcome to our channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, I invite you to join me on this journey of discovering timeless wisdom that has the potential to transform your life. Let's begin. So here's an inspiring quote by Melody Wilding that I would like to share with you. Self-care is not selfish. You can't serve from an empty vessel. Think about these words for a moment. When we talk about self-care, often the first thought that crosses our minds is that we're being selfish. But think about it. How can you truly help others if you don't take care of yourself? How can you serve if you're already depleted? It's impossible. And that's exactly what the quote is highlighting. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. Self-care is not selfish. It's essential. You know, when we're children, we're taught to put on our own oxygen mask first before assisting others. It's the same principle here. When you're running on empty, you're not able to give your best to those around you. Your capacity to help, love, and support diminishes. Self-care isn't selfish. It's an investment in your ability to show up for yourself and for others in the most meaningful way possible. And now let's explore each of these words individually to understand their deeper meaning. To begin with, let's look at the word self. Who is this self that we're talking about? It's not merely our physical body, it's our entire being. It's our body, mind, emotions, spirit, and all the facets that make us unique. Self-care is not limited to bubble baths or face masks. It's a holistic practice that nourishes every part of who we are. Next, let's delve into the word care. What does it really mean to care for ourselves? Care implies attention, thoughtfulness, and action. It's about being present and attentive to our needs and our limits. Care means setting healthy boundaries, saying no when necessary, and prioritizing activities that replenish our energy. It's about making choices that honor our values and support our well-being. And then we come to the word selfish. Why does self-care sometimes feel selfish? Selfishness often gets a bad reputation. We're brought up with messages like "don't be selfish," which makes us feel guilty when we prioritize our own needs. However, this perspective overlooks a crucial truth. By taking care of ourselves, we're not disregarding others. We're actually enhancing our capacity to care for them. When we refill our own cup, we have more to offer. Selfish acts are driven by a lack of regard for others. True self-care isn't selfish because it ultimately benefits not just ourselves, but those around us too. Now let's examine the word vessel. A vessel is not only a container, it's also a representation of something precious. Think of a fine china cup. It's fragile and requires care to be handled with tenderness. That's how we need to treat ourselves. We're fragile human beings with complex needs and emotions. When we neglect ourselves, we chip away at our well-being bit by bit. Self-care is about protecting the vessel that holds our essence. It's about ensuring that the container that holds our preciousness remains intact. And finally, let's reflect on the phrase "you can't serve from an empty vessel." When we're empty, we have nothing to give. This applies to our relationships, our work, and our life's purpose. When we're drained, we can't give our best to those we love. Our work suffers and we can't fulfill our potential. When we're empty, our actions are driven by desperation rather than inspiration. Serving is an act of generosity and presence, and both require a full vessel. So whenever you feel called to serve, ask yourself, am I filling my own cup? You know, in today's world, we often find ourselves neglecting our own needs in a relentless pursuit of external success. We push ourselves to the point of burnout, sacrificing our well-being for deadlines, societal expectations, and the constant pressure to achieve. But as this quote reminds us, it is in prioritizing ourselves that we find the true power to serve and contribute to the world in a meaningful way. You see, when we fill our own cup, when we nurture our bodies, minds, and spirits, we open ourselves up to a boundless source of energy and inspiration. We become better equipped to handle life's challenges, to bounce back from setbacks, and to show up for ourselves and others with unwavering strength. Taking care of ourselves isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It is the foundation upon which we can build a life that is not only successful by external standards, but also deeply fulfilling and impactful. When we're well, when our vessels are full, we're better able to show up for those around us. We can listen more deeply, empathize more fully, and offer support and kindness with an abundance that comes from our own sense of security. We can be more patient, more compassionate, and more forgiving, both towards ourselves and others. Our relationships thrive when we're not constantly depleted or resentful. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling your best, when your own needs are met, you have a greater capacity to love, to serve, and to contribute? On the other hand, have you ever felt the limitations of trying to give to others when you have untaken care of yourself first? I invite you to consider the areas of your life where you might be feeling depleted or unbalanced. Is it your physical health, your emotional well-being, or perhaps your sense of purpose and meaning? Are you neglecting your own needs in pursuit of external goals? Are you pouring your energy into pleasing others or meeting societal expectations? Take a moment to assess your current situation. Are you serving from an empty vessel? If you resonate with these questions, it's time to prioritize self-care. Start by setting healthy boundaries. Learn to say no when you need to and protect your time and energy. Nourish your body with wholesome foods, move your body regularly, and prioritize activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Nurture your emotional well-being by connecting with your feelings, seeking support when needed, and practicing self-compassion. And if you've already mastered these aspects of self-care, think about other areas where you might be called to invest more of yourself. Perhaps it's your relationships, your creativity, or your spiritual growth. These are all essential parts of your vessel that need attention and care. By investing in ourselves, by tending to the various facets that make up our being, we ensure that our vessel remains strong and resilient. We fill our cups so that we can pour forth abundance into the world. We become better equipped to navigate life's challenges and to show up for ourselves and others in a way that is both meaningful and sustainable. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of a life-changing quote. May these words serve as a reminder that in taking care of ourselves, we unlock the power to serve, create, and love more fully. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might also appreciate these timeless words. And if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey of discovering wisdom that can transform your life. Thank you for watching, and until next time, may you be blessed with peace and wisdom.